So today is, what's today? February 13th. Today is Thursday, February 13th. It's 1:26. Don't ask me why I'm not at work, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all. Can y'all believe I got fired? Y'all, I got fired. Like, let me take off my glasses. Listen, the glasses is at a little razzle-dazzle, but I ain't got too much going on today. But listen, because I'm just running errands. I'm about to go to DJ's Discount and then to Family Dollar. They right next door from each other, so perfect. But y'all, I got fired. And when I tell y'all, I'm 29 years old, and I don't know, I think it was like my first couple vlogs when I was just saying that you know, I don't know how I feel about where I am in life when it comes to career-wise and like just, you know, like just other aspects of my life. And y'all, I got fired. Like, and it's so crazy because I got fired from my job back in June of last year, right? I was there for 3 years, y'all, and I got fired from there, and that was my first time ever getting fired. Then I got rehired, y'all, at a job that I used to work for when I was pregnant with my son, because I was on bed rest, real sick from hyperemesis. I did a short on that too. And, or if you know me, you know that I was like real sick during my pregnancy or whatever. And like, I just stepped back from that job because it was just too much. I was working the job that I got let go from, my full-time job at the time, like that I was at for 3 years. I was working there, and then I was working at this other job. But like I said, I stopped working at the other job because I was really sick, and I was there for under a year, so I couldn't do like FMLA and stuff like that. So I just wound up stepping back because it was just too much to deal with. So they finally let me come back. They reached out to me after I got fired from my first job, y'all. They reached out to me while I was at another job, and it was a good job, a corporate job or whatever, but the schedule was crazy, and the job was too demanding. Even though I had like a laptop and stuff, the job was too demanding with the baby. Like, it was the busiest job I ever worked for. Like, literally, as soon as you hang up the phone, another call, y'all. It was crazy, but I did what I had to do, and that was probably for like, I think I was there for like 4 months. Then this job reached out to me, so I'm like, oh yeah, I always talked about this job, always talked about going back there, but obviously it was just crazy timing around the time I got sick, but whatever. So they wound up changing a lot. Obviously I didn't know that. So when they reached out to me, I'm like, oh yeah, a better schedule, no weekends, of course. Like, you literally do your work, you finish your calls, and go about your business, y'all. Piece of cake. I would be done my calls at like 2 o'clock or whatever, right? And then still getting paid until 4. Like a full 8 hours or whatever. Still getting paid for a full 8 hours. But you just, like, it's a lot of meetings and stuff, like one-on-ones and stuff. That's like was one of my cons about it. But really, that was like really like the only thing that I didn't really like too much about it. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back because it's a better schedule, a better fit for my family. You know, I'm a mother, so I gotta make sacrifices. So I said, okay, this is a better fit for me right now, y'all. So they basically changed a lot, right? And so they basically just let me know, like, okay, well, we doing things different now. So within 3 months, if you're doing good, you get promoted, right? And a pay increase. So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So I'm actually making out better. Like, I'm actually going to get paid more than the other job because I was taking a little pay cut for a minute. But I said, okay, like, I'm sure I'm going to get a raise within 3 months because I was working there before and was doing really good, or whatever the case may be, y'all. When I tell y'all, it's like you booking, it's like cold calling to businesses. So you're trying to book meetings for your clients or whatever. So you basically calling the business to talk to the business owners or whoever you need to speak with to get them to agree to a meeting, and then with your clients, and then that's it. And then if they show up, you get commission, but you still get paid regardless, even if you don't book the meetings. It's still an hourly job plus commissions, but it's really good when you get meetings. So before, when you didn't get meetings, you would just have to do additional coaching. Y'all, the double chin be killing me with the Kimar. Anyway, you do coachings and stuff. If you didn't get like meetings and stuff, you would do coachings and stuff, and they would just basically like just try to work with you and stuff like that to just see what skills, you know, they can offer, or what trainings they can offer to better you on the phones, basically, right? And then it was just that, no disciplinary actions or anything. Now, I locked my door. Now, if you don't get meetings, they are putting you on disciplinary action. Mind you, I did not know this. Mind you, when I came back, because I still stayed in contact with like maybe like 2 people, but I fell off with one of the girls and we wasn't talking as much. And then when I came back, me and her obviously just like rekindled our little friendship or whatever, texting and stuff like that. And she just told me, she was like, I'm surprised they're hiring because they did major layoffs a little after you left. So my anxiety and my overthinking, I'm like, you know what, let me not think about that and, you know, just get in my head, because that's what I tend to do. So I'm like, no, let me just not think about that. Why would they invite me back here? Why would they rehire me just to be on some bull crap? Y'all, I cannot make this up. They wound up just letting me go. I seen it coming. Like, I literally planned it out, because they gave me, when I didn't know nothing about the disciplinary actions and stuff, it caught me by surprise. So when it caught me by surprise, I'm like, oh, this is something new that y'all do. Like, I understand that I was here before, and I don't want to keep on bringing up how y'all used to run things, but this is different. Because if I would have known this, then I would have just, you know, stayed where I was until I was able to get a better schedule there or get a better schedule somewhere else, you know. So they changed a lot or whatever. So I'm like, okay, like, at that point, it was red flags. But I already was still applying for jobs when I came back there, because I just knew that it was good for the moment. It wasn't a job that I can, like, really make a career out of or whatever. So, yeah. So, I'm like, okay. So, boom. That happens. So, then she was like, my manager was like, it's basically, like, 3 steps that we try to do before, you know, we really just, like, try to separate or whatever the case may be. I'm like, oh, this is new. Like, what? Caught me by surprise. So after the first meeting, I'm like, okay, I need to start applying to more jobs, like not just data entry, because I feel like data entry will be better for me right now because I have the baby and he's not in daycare and stuff like that. We don't want him in daycare until he's able to talk, because these daycares is crazy and I will go to jail for my kids. Okay, it was different with Jenna because I was back home, family was watching her until she was able to talk and go to daycare, you know. So that's different. We don't have anybody down here to watch after him while we're working, so it's just better for me to work from home or whatever, which I love to do, which I've been doing since the pandemic. So fast forward, whatever, boom, I'm like, okay, now they about to be on some funny stuff. So she was like, okay, 3 steps. So then literally, y'all, a week later, after like the first verbal or whatever, I think Muda got sick, my son got sick, so I had to call out and take him to the hospital. It was like, I had to call out and take him to the hospital. Oh, this is the thing. I was on disciplinary action for low performance in the quality of my calls. They actually mentioned something about my son, like, oh, crying and it's catching my attention. And I left somebody's voicemail, and I was talking to the kids. Just me being a mother, but then also trying to get a coin at the same time. Like, things happen, but this is all different now. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Mind you, this is always my fear since I had him working from home, like, and actually being on the phones, is people saying stuff to me about him. Because it's like, at the end of the day, I'm doing what I can do, and I'm just still trying to just make a living, you know, like, I'm just trying to make a living, but I'm also a mom first, you know. But I have to do what I have to do because he's home with me, and it's like my husband's schedule is different and stuff like that, so he's home with me while I'm on the phones and stuff like that. So it's just whatever, y'all. Where was I at? So, okay, after I had to take him to the hospital, so I was supposed to have a one-on-one that week, because it's like, once again, it's weekly one-on-ones. Boom. So she wound up pushing it back to like Friday, because I think I had to take him to the hospital like the day our one-on-one was. So she pushed it back to like Friday. I'm like, okay. So then we had a one-on-one Friday. So she basically tried to still say, like, you know, because I booked meetings and stuff in between that. This is the thing, y'all. I booked like 4 meetings in between like the first meeting. So then they basically still try to say like I'm still on thin ice. And I'm like, okay, it don't make sense. But so she basically gave me like, I think she gave me like a formal that Friday. So it's like weeks apart, like a week apart. They try to do stuff. Because after the first initial meeting, I'm like, okay, like I already know what it is. Like, y'all not trying to budge. Even after I got meetings, I'm like, it's just not adding up. So then we had a one-on-one Friday. That Monday, y'all, we had another one-on-one. I'm like, why do we have one-on-ones back to back? Like, y'all just rip the Band-Aid off. If y'all want to fire me, rip it off. Even though I knew at that point that's what it was. Y'all, I think I wound up, yeah, so I think that one-on-one we had on Monday, that's when she gave me like the formal or whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know what it is. Like, yo, I said, so basically I'm on the second step to get let go. Unfortunately, that's what we're aiming towards. Okay. So then at this point, once I'm undervalued, I don't care if it's with a man, a cat, a dog, a job, a family, a friend. I'm like, I'm not giving my all no more. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then at this point, I'm running through the phone calls, finessing, like just hurrying up my phone calls extra fast. And yeah, like I'm just getting done faster and stuff, and I'm like, I already know what it is. So then she tried to set me up for like this training, additional training with the trainers of the company, y'all. I'm like, y'all, this is so new. I'm like, y'all doing too much. Y'all not about to humiliate me. Like, y'all not about to just do too much, and I already know that y'all about to let me go. Like, I'm not doing it. So I called out. I think I had a meeting like that Monday. We had a meeting. I worked that Tuesday because I didn't have no meetings or like client meetings or anything. So I literally called out for the rest of the week. But that Friday was the Friday that me and Zoji hubby had our little staycation. So I was off. I had PTO for that Friday or whatever. So yeah, like I already was gonna be off Friday, but I said I'm gonna call off Wednesday and Thursday because I'm not about to be here. Like, at this point, it's just an extended vacation until y'all let me go. I said, and watch when I come. And then I had a one-on-one that Monday. So I said, watch when I come back Monday. That's going to be the day I get fired. Or that week. Y'all got fired Monday, the 12th. No, Monday the 10th. I believe it was the 10th. Mind you, my 3 months, y'all, would have been yesterday. So in my 3 months, they would have I thought they was going to promote me and I was going to get paid more. Y'all, it was just so crazy. And it's so crazy how everything is just working out, because I'm just like, I feel like Allah is trying to redirect me. I feel like God is trying to redirect me. If y'all don't know who, you know, that Muslims call God Allah. That's Arabic for God. But I just feel like Allah is trying to redirect me, because I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm really just trying my best in this life, and it's just really not good enough. And that really just be burning me out, because I just feel like I'm about to be 30, inshallah, God willing. And I just feel like I'm not nowhere where I want to be career-wise, my business-wise, all of that. Like, I just let things discourage me a lot. Y'all know that I sew and stuff like that, but like, I've always been self-taught. I went to school for a little bit when I was pregnant with Jenna, but it was too much. I wasn't driving. I was commuting, and it just, on a train and stuff. It was just too much. I wound up just dropping out. Then my school wound up closing. Like, the art institute, like, I just never went back for fashion, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna just self-teach myself. But now I just feel like I'm limited, and I'm just like, no, I need to go back to school for fashion design so I can perfect my skills and work on my business as I go. I didn't really want to go back to school for like a 4-year program or anything, so I'm gonna go back for like a 2-year program to get my associates, inshallah. And I just gotta lock in. Like, I still have to work too, because I still have to get these coins, and inshallah I'll find something soon, y'all. But like, I just feel like getting fired from 2 jobs within a year is insane. Like, I've never been fired in my life, and it's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy. And I just feel like, yes, Allah is trying to redirect me, and I just feel like this is just something I have to do. Like, you know, better late than never. Like, better late than never. Like, I just have to go back to school. I just gotta lock in, and I just gotta do what's best for me. Like, I want to know the ins and outs of fashion, like, because I'm really a designer. Like, it's one thing I sew for people, like, oh, they be like, can you make me this, da, da, da. But I really design clothes, and I really come up with designs in my head that I want to execute. I really come up with designs in my head that I execute. You know what I'm saying? Like, that I'm just like, okay, I made up this design, I'm about to make it. I'm a fashion designer, and I just not just a seamstress. So therefore, I need to go back to school, like, inshallah, and I just need to lock in. Like, I just need a change. I don't even have to have a job in the fashion industry, y'all. It's just, excuse me, more so of bettering myself and bettering my skills for my business. Like, so eventually, I don't got to sit there and work for nobody else. Or if I do, it'd be like on a little part-time basis to get a steady check, but I'm like locking in on my business. Like, it's just, enough is enough, y'all. Like, I don't know. And it's so funny, because it's not like I was comfortable. I never was comfortable. Like, I never was comfortable. I never had like a life to where it's just like, oh, I'm just like chilling. Like, I'm not comfortable. So now it's just like, okay, Soli Head, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? So that's where I'm at, y'all. And I just had to let y'all know what was going on. So it's been a lot going on, and it obviously doesn't help with my, like, the dark space that I've been in, I feel like, since like last year. Yeah, like, I just feel like a postpartum and everything just was happening all at once. It's just like, Lord, please. Even like during my pregnancy and stuff, just so much was happening, and I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Like, I ain't gonna cry, but I'm just like, I just have to like switch it up. Something got to change, and inshallah it all work out for the best. And inshallah, you know, like, Allah has a plan. Like, that's what I'm trying to work on, y'all, is just having full tawakkul. I always say it wrong. Just having full faith in God, like, and just trusting in Him and trusting in His plan. Even if we don't see something, he sees it. He has a better plan for us, and everything happens for a reason. So that's what I'm just trying to work on this year. But I'm not gonna lie and say I don't go through the motions during the process. Like, I'm a crybaby. I have anxiety, I have depression, so things really do get to me, and they really get to me. But like, I'm trying to work on that, y'all. Like, I'm trying. But I wanted to check in with y'all, and I don't know what this whole vlog is going to be about. I don't know if this is just like a life update vlog, or if I'm going to actually turn this into like a full vlog. But like, I just wanted to keep y'all posted. Like, I don't know, but I love y'all. If you gang, you already know what's up. And if you're not, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? And thank you for watching.